Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me, Hyperspire7. In today's video we're doing something special with a new little series of doing a top 5 series now, which honestly it's going to be a great series. So what we're doing in today's video is we are going to be doing a top 5 video of top 5 rarest tanks me personally think are the rarest tanks that I know and in Blitz. These tanks are going to be going by tanks that I haven't seen, tanks I have not seen for a very long time, and I'm going to try and keep these high tiers, no tier 2s, no tier 3s, no tier 4s, hopefully just the big tier tanks, but there is 2 tanks in this top 5 that are tier 3 and tier 4, so yeah, I couldn't keep all the tanks high tier, but just to let you know, all of them, pretty much all of them, are high tier. So, let's get off by number 5. Me personally, I see these pretty much a couple of times a week. That's only if I'm actual seal clubbing. If I'm down the low tiers and the tank, and number 5 is the Kennyotsu. Number 5, I put it so far down the list is because whenever you're in a tier 3 game or a tier 4 game, every 10 to 15 games, you will most likely find one. And when you find one, if you're in tier 3 or tier 2, you're pretty screwed with the broken DPM of the Kennyotsu, which if I believe, it's like 3 or 4 times more DPM than a tier 3 is meant to have. That's my opinion. I think it is. I don't know the exact stats because I haven't really been told. I can't remember. And plus I don't have it. If I did have it, I would show you a clip of it right now. But obviously, all of these rare tanks, I don't have. And, you know, I have a lot of tanks. I have a lot of tanks, and those tanks I don't have because they're that rare. They're that rare. I think I've had a chance of maybe getting one of them, but then I was stupid not to buy it, and that was the Kennyotsu. I could have bought it, but I didn't buy it at that time. I don't know why. That was pretty much when I came into Blitz. Started off with my first like thousand battles, not even that. And I met the Kennyotsu in the store. I remember seeing it in the store for like £5, but it was only there for half an hour, and it's gone. It's never came back. But the reason why so many people have it is because all the big YouTubers, Pushka and Mizi, told everyone to go and get it because it's completely bang out of order, broken as fuck. Completely broken. Ridiculously broken. But anyway, me moving on to number 4. This tank I've only seen, I think, twice. Once in training room and once in a real game. And this tank is the very rare T95 E6. This tank, I think it has came to store. If I can believe, I think it did come to store a couple of months ago. It wasn't cheap. It was about 25 to, I think it was 25,000, 20 to 25. I can't remember the actual price. But the other time, other than being in store, was I think last year's Christmas event when the T22 came in the Christmas tree event, which if you spent over 500 quid, about 500 quid or more, you would get the T22 and the T95 E6. That is pretty much for the people who spent a lot of money that you realise that they have a T22 in the media and that tank, then you know they spent a lot of money. This tank, honestly, it's not the greatest tier 10. There are better tier 10s out there. I would say the E5 is probably better than it because it probably has to troll more armor. I just don't really find this tank OP. It's not really good. I think it's good, but I just don't know. I can't really give my opinion on it because I've never played it, and I've only seen it once or twice in battle, so I don't even know how it plays, like how to play it. But it is a good tank. It's gonna be that's gonna be for my 4th place, which honestly it's not low, it's not high. But the next tank, this tank, I've only seen 2 or 3, not even that. And 3rd place, 3rd rarest tank, I think would have to be the Shinobi. Yeah, the Shinobi. The reason why it is at this place is because it first came out early on in the game, which was like £5, and not many people bought it. I don't think many people bought it, and I've only seen it once in game. No, not once. A few times, like twice in training room and once in real game. Not many times. All I know, it has came out recently as a pop-up offer, I think. It came out for a pop-up offer, I think, for a ridiculous amount of money. It was £100 for a tier 5 with 360 premium days, which honestly, it's not. It's. I was about to say it's worth it, but it's not. It really isn't. 360 days is like 50 quid, and that tank is not even worth £5. So it's probably just worth 50 quid bundle. If there was half the price, then sure, get a bit of money off the 360 days if you really want to buy that. Which strongly I wouldn't ask anyone to buy one, because who knows? Who knows? You could be playing this tank in a year's time. You might be. You might not. You might take a break off playing the game. You don't have to play all 360 days. 365. Oh no, it's 360. That's not a year. 360. But yeah, it's honestly not a good tank. I've heard that it is shit. It is bang out of order shit. It's just completely bad. Completely bad. No one likes it. It's completely bad. But that moves me on to number 2. This tank I've only seen once in training room. Just once. Just once. And that is the PZ for Hydrostat. This tank has, I think, never came to EU servers. This is why in the EU, for me, it has to be second. The most second, I was going to say most rarest, but second rarest tank. I believe it is. Because this tank, it's only in the NA account, only in NA servers, like often in the store. For them, they get this PZ for Hydrostat, and we get the KV220. I swear it's 220. Yeah. The KV220T. Just call it that. But this tank is honestly a good tank. But with the Hydrostat, you just don't get it in tier. You just don't get it in the EU server anymore. You've just never got it in the EU server. Just never. For some reason, EU, we don't get that. We don't get that tank. I think we have in some way or other. I think we once have, because I know some people on the NA, EU have actually got this tank somehow. I don't know how. Was it some sort of event? Even I don't know. Some people probably have somehow got it, and I don't know how. Could have been an event, could have been pop-up offer, could have been sold early days. I don't know. At the moment, I don't know, but I will do some research after this video to find out more about the Hydrostat, because it's a weird tank. It's not a good tank, but it's a weird, unique, different. It's different. Not many around. Not many. And that leaves me to number 1. The rarest tank, I think, in the game to date. Number 1, I would have to say, would have to be the IS-6 Fearless. You may be wondering, it's just an IS-6. No. IS-6 Fearless. Whole different tank. Whole different tank. The turret, I believe it's similar to an IS-6, but it's got like an attachment, a better attachment, and an actual camouflage. I don't know what it looks. I can't remember what it looks like, but why I go tier 5? But it is a strange tank because it hasn't got this kind of flat and then straight on the IS-6. It's got like a weird curve here, and it sticks. Like it sticks around the hull, like the bodywork. It's a strange looking tank, but it's different. It's completely different. And here's the story about it, I think, if I can remember properly. It only has came out once. It was only given to the pro players. The absolute, like, top, not even top 3, top 2 most best players in tournaments. I don't know if it was rating or actual just normal tournaments. Or Hall of Fame tournament people. Like the best of the best people. I think it was like only, not even 5 was released. Like 5 was given to the top people. For, I don't know, was it for like 1 or 2 years? I don't really know, but it was given to the really good players. And then for some reason, in the early stages of World of Tanks, they added a gift shop, if I can remember. They added a gift shop, which this exact tank was in there. The IS-6 Fearless. It was in there. In the actual tank. I think it wasn't meant to be in there. I think it was put there by accident. I think. But people could buy the actual tank for actual gold. Anyone. A noob. Like, not even a good player. Anyone could buy the IS-6 Fearless. And not many people liked it. All like the good people thought, why have I worked so hard for this if people are just going to easily buy it? They thought it was just a unique tank for them. But apparently, I think Wargamer didn't mean to put that version in. I think they only put the actual normal version. But I don't really know much about it because back then, I don't think I was playing back then. Or I had a period of time where I didn't play the game, and maybe that's when the gift shop came, when I wasn't there, because I stopped playing like at the start for like 8 months, and I stopped. For some reason, that's why I don't have many powers. For some reason, this tank, it was put in there. For some reason, I think it was just a normal IS-6 was meant to put in there, but they got the mixed round. Not many people liked it. Wargamer knew it was a mistake. They got rid of the gift shop, and how I heard was they took, I think, all the tanks from people who purchased this tank. They took all of their all the IS-6 defenders, IS-6 Fearless, all of them, people who bought them in the gift shop were all taken away, if I can remember. And people who played it would keep their stats, I think. Would keep it in their stats, but they won't be able to like refund it to get the tank back in credits. I don't really know much about this tank. It's just, it was IS-6 Fearless, came out, was a mistake, was taken away. A couple people wanted their stats removed of it. E.g. Meadsy, he wanted his stats to be removed, but his stats weren't removed, and the IS-6 Fearless was given to him for some reason. He made a video about it in his top 5, I think, but it was given back to him, I believe, for some reason. I mean, because just at that time he was a Blitz YouTuber. Wargame would give him that tank back, because they did. But I think when they gave the tank back to him, then they thought, we're just gonna give everyone who bought it in the giveaway, in the gift shop, all the people got their IS-6 Fearlesses back. Every single one. Every single one. But apparently, Measy paid £10,000, 10,000 gold for the IS-6 Fearless, and when they removed the IS-6 Fearless, he got about 10k gold back. And then the next day, the IS-6 Fearless was given back to him, but they didn't remove the gold. Some people say they left the gold as saying sorry for taking your tank and giving it back to you for some sort of sorry or some sort of tax or some sort of apology note from Wargaming, so people didn't have their gold have to repay for the tank again. They just left their gold. So kind of like, it means he got this tank for free, and that's not bad. A tier 8 for free. It's like the old events when you used to easily just grind the actual event and get it free, but now you don't. But yeah, I think that's all I'm going to talk about the top 5 with the IS-6 Fearless. Honestly, just a normal tank. It's not better, it's not worse, it's just unique. If you see one, lucky them. Lucky you as well, because extremely rare. I've only seen once, and on Macy's video. That's all the time. That's the only time I've seen them. And yeah, if you enjoyed this top 5 video and you want me to do more, I have so many more ideas in the background in my mind for other next ones to come around, which honestly will be good. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. You have been watching. Please do let me know in the comments what you think are your top 5 rarest tanks in Blitz. These have been my top 5. This has been my top 5. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in another WoT Tanks video. Bye for now. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Bye for now. Peace.